All right, let's talk about why Ford had to slam the brakes and shut down some of its factories. You might think it's all about car sales or maybe a new model launch that went sideways, but the real story is way bigger. And it's all about supply chains, international drama, and, believe it or not, windshield wipers. So here's the deal. Ford's CEO, Jim Farley, came out and said the company was forced to shut down certain factories. He called it a day-to-day, hand-to-mouth struggle, and the main culprit, a massive reliance on China for rare earth minerals. These aren't just any minerals. They're essential for making car parts as basic as windshield wipers, seat belts, and even the speakers in your car. Now get this. U.S. car brands like Ford source about 90% of their rare earth minerals from China. Yeah, that's almost everything. And when relations between the U.S. and China get rocky, which they definitely have, things can go off the rails fast. We're talking about a full-blown trade war here, with China slapping a 125% revenge tariff on U.S. goods. That's a massive hit, and it forced Ford to make some tough calls. Farley didn't actually say which factories closed or for how long, but the impact was loud and clear. Part shortages meant production lines stalled. And it wasn't just about missing out on profits. There were real people whose jobs hung in the balance, all because a few crucial parts couldn't make it across the ocean. The situation got so tense that Farley even warned a proposed 10% global tariff would blow a hole in the auto industry. Ford's the largest U.S. auto producer and exports a ton of vehicles, so any hiccup ripples through the whole system. But there's a bit of hope here. After a new trade deal was struck, Farley sounded more optimistic, saying Ford is working with China's Ministry of Commerce to sort out new trade plans. Basically, the auto industry is learning the hard way just how interconnected and fragile our supply chains really are. And if you thought that was the end of Ford's recent headaches, think again. They've also had to recall over 1 million vehicles for a rear-view camera glitch, and even shut down a popular dealership. So next time you hop in your car, remember, there's a whole web of international politics, raw materials, and logistics that has to work perfectly, just so you can get from point A to point B. And sometimes, even giants like Ford have to hit the pause button. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown interesting, drop a comment below. What do you think is the biggest challenge facing car makers today?